We made the most ridiculous sci-fi puppet music video, literally out of junk we found in the garage. Let's talk about it.
I'm freaking out, thinking about everything.
The core concept of the music video was basically the movie Inside Out. Originally, we were going to build like brain spaceship, and it was going to be us in goofy costumes being the little guys in the brain. I got obsessed with these old stabilized clips of Star Trek. I think it's the funniest thing. And that was like literally the core, the thing that I wanted to do that drove the whole idea of we need a spaceship.
Shields at maximum, full reverse.
We pretty quickly realized that building a full-size spaceship is hard and expensive. Basically anything sci-fi just blows up the budget like crazy, and we have no budget. We're just figuring this out as we go. So instead of building this whole ridiculous spaceship thing and probably spending too much money and it not looking that good, we decided to pivot to puppets instead so that we could bring the scale of the whole set down and hopefully make it more attainable. It ended up working out to just get like basic puppets and modify them to look like us.
Do we look like twins?
Twinsies.
And then our mom, who was an artist, actually recreated all of my tattoos on the little puppet arms. So we had our puppets figured out. We had a rough idea of what the video was going to be like, and it was time to shoot. We've been working with our buddy Chris Rose on all these videos. He's our videographer, and he just crushed it on this one. It looks so good. So half the video takes place in the real world, and the other half takes place in my brain. But we wanted the real world to kind of be a like cartoonified version of what we really do, which is making videos in the basement.
We've been working down here for the last 2 days. We're taking everything down right now. It went great. Chris, how'd it go? It went great. It was awesome.
This was probably the smoothest video shoot we've ever done.
For real. Nothing
Knock on wood.
Nothing went bad yet. We'll see how the spaceship goes.
No.
Building the brain ship was probably the most important and most challenging part of this entire video. The whole thing is literally made from junk in the garage and like old music gear and anything we could find with like a knob or a lever or a light or whatever. We stacked it all up to try and make it look vaguely spaceship-ish.
Mother of balls. What have you? Okay, the stat. Okay, all right.
Isn't it good?
Everybody slow down.
This is the long-term memory.
To really sell the idea and bring the concept home, we literally just made the front of the whole thing say Austin's brain. In the end, we were like, let's just spell it out there. The ship design was really just a product of necessity and using whatever we could find to make it happen. But conceptually, though, I think it's kind of cool. It's like the your personality and your mind are nothing if not just the things you've collected along the way, right? And what's more representative of that than the junk in the garage? It makes sense to me. I don't know.
Stay to day 4. We're still in the garage.
Sorry.
Ashley has subbed in for me because I'm too big and weak. How are we doing back here?
Doing so good. My knees hurt.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of fun memories.
We do.
Look
Look at
so cute.
little baby Taryn.
Weeby Austin.
Little dweeby Austin. That sound is the sound that Dad makes, that we both just did.
So after we're introduced to the spaceship and the freak out button and the more dumb button and all that kind of stuff, eventually I start like hallucinating. The puppets escape my mind into the real world. But then after the second verse, I start freaking out again and fighting all the puppets. One of my favorite details from this part is at one point I'm choking the puppet version of myself, and then we cut to the spaceship inside, and you can see on the screen the POV shot of choking the puppet. It's a little violent, but I think I don't know. It's fun. We talked about using fake blood, but we decided that was too far. This is bloodless violence. A big part of the narrative of the whole video comes from these LED strips that we put around the spaceship. The day we shot, we discovered that the LEDs could be all these different colors, and that changing the color was a really effective transformation. So that's when we came up with the idea to have different colors represent different moods and the freak out and the more dumb, and it's all reflected by the colors changing in the ship. So right before shooting day, I ended up finding this incredible 3D printed brain prop on Etsy. And it was the perfect thing to tie together all the concepts and the color theme and all those different things into one visual representation. So we don't have like a gimbal or a crane, obviously, or anything like that. So actually getting this shot of a steady camera rising over the brain was really tricky. But we ended up making this thing. I'm calling it an inverted slider. So we take our slider rail, we flipped it upside down and suspended it between two C-stands. Very precarious, very janky, but it 100% worked. So inside the brain ship, eventually the more dumb button stops working. So then they pull like the emergency puppet takeover protocol, and the puppets turn to take over. For this scene, we got these great like novelty little tiny baseball bats that we like taped onto their little hands so we could have them swinging bats at me. That was super fun. So eventually the puppets take over and we end up going into the puppet brain. My friend Erin Johnson is a incredible crochet artist, and she made this awesome little puppet brain. It's so cool. So we go into the puppet brain and we're in there and we discover the secret third button, the self-actualization button, and we hit it and everything turns yellow, our favorite color, and that's the end of the video.
That's a wrap on more dog. Woo! How many days has it been? Like 6?
This whole video is honestly just the result of months of work and focus and brainstorming, and I just love how it turned out. But yeah, the song is out, the video's out, and our record drops in a couple weeks. We're so excited for you guys to hear it, and we have put everything we had into this record. We just hope you love it, and that we get to keep doing this thing as long as possible. Thank you for watching, thanks for listening, thanks for supporting this crazy thing, and yeah, hope you love it.
I'm freaking out.